When Godzilla went berserk, craziest rampages. Hey there, fellow monster enthusiasts. Have you ever wondered what happens when the king of monsters truly loses it? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the most epic, destructive, and downright craziest rampages Godzilla has ever unleashed. From towering over skyscrapers to leveling entire cities, Godzilla's rampages are the stuff of legend. But which ones stand out from the rest? Stick around, and let's find out together. So, grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's plunge into the monstrous world of Godzilla. The legend of Godzilla. Before we jump into the madness, let's take a quick trip down memory lane and chat about how this legendary beast came to be. Picture this. It's 1954, and Japan's still reeling from the aftermath of World War II. Along comes Toho Studios with a movie that not only terrifies but also delivers a powerful message. Enter Godzilla, or as they say in Japan, Gojira. Godzilla was more than just a monster. He was a living, breathing metaphor for nuclear destruction, a stark reminder of the horrors of atomic warfare. Over the years, our boy Godzilla went through some serious character development. Starting off as the ultimate villain, he slowly shifted into an anti-hero, sometimes even saving the world from nastier monsters. Talk about a glow-up. From the Showa era to the Heisei, Millennium, and now the Reiwa era, Godzilla has evolved not just in looks but in purpose and personality, reflecting the times and changing attitudes of society. Crazy how a giant, radioactive lizard can encapsulate so much history and culture, right? Alright, enough nostalgia? Let's get to the juicy stuff, the top 5 craziest rampages. Number 5. Godzilla vs. Biollante, 1989. Starting off at number 5, we've got Godzilla vs. Biollante, from 1989. Imagine this. Scientists messing around with genetic engineering. They mix Godzilla's cells with a rose and human DNA. The result? Biollante, a massive, plant-like monster with serious issues. Godzilla wakes up and is not amused. The two titans clash in epic battles that take destruction to a whole new level. Massive explosions, landscapes torn apart, cities caught in the crossfire. What's wild here is the sheer scale of destruction outside urban areas. Forests obliterated, the environment devastated, their colossal showdown was intense. This film was significant because it showed Godzilla facing off against a monster essentially part of himself, fighting his own demons. Fans were blown away by the creativity and special effects, setting the stage for more complex storylines and epic battles in future films. Who remembers thinking, I didn't know plants could be so terrifying? Number 4. Godzilla 2000. Millennium, 1999. At number 4, we've got Godzilla 2000, Millennium. As we approach the new millennium, what better way to ring it in than with Godzilla making a grand comeback? After a hiatus, our favorite kaiju returned with a bang. Set in a Japan familiar with Godzilla's antics, the G-Grasper team is on high alert. But things get crazy when an ancient UFO wakes up. Godzilla isn't thrilled about sharing the spotlight with alien invaders. He rampages through Nemuro and Tokyo, and it's pure chaos. Buildings crumble, the skyline lit by atomic breath, and the updated visuals made the destruction feel all too real. This reboot aimed to bring Godzilla back to his roots while updating him for a new generation. It set the tone for future films by showing that Godzilla was here to stay, adapting and evolving just like he did on screen. Who else felt a mix of nostalgia and excitement watching this one? Reconnecting with an old friend who's still got new tricks. Number 3. Shin Godzilla, 2016. Coming in at number 3, Shin Godzilla, from 2016. This one's a game changer. Shin Godzilla reimagines our colossal friend in modern-day Japan, and let's just say, bureaucracy has never looked so terrifying. Godzilla evolves in real time, which is both fascinating and downright creepy. His rampage through Tokyo is catastrophic. When he unleashes his atomic breath, absolute mayhem, lasers shooting everywhere, buildings sliced in half, chills. What's unique is how it mirrors real-life disaster responses. The government's slow, ineffective actions highlight how unprepared we can be when nature, or a giant monster, strikes. Critics and fans praised Shin Godzilla for its fresh take and critical commentary. It wasn't just about destruction, it was a mirror to society. This portrayal of Godzilla as an unstoppable force of nature reminded us of his roots, a walking natural disaster. Did anyone else leave feeling both thrilled and unsettled? This movie hit different. Number 2. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2019. Runner-up at number 2 is Godzilla, King of the Monsters from 2019. If you thought previous Rampages were big, this movie dialed it up to 11. An all-out monster Royal Rumble. Monarch is back, waking up titans left and right. Enter King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, and of course, Godzilla. Godzilla's battles with King Ghidorah are epic. Cities like Boston become battlegrounds, and they don't stand a chance. The scale of destruction is mind-blowing, buildings vaporized, entire blocks leveled. What makes this Rampage stand out is the stunning visual effects. The cinematography captures the enormity of these creatures and humanity caught in between. This movie expanded the monsterverse, setting the stage for future crossovers. Fans were hyped to see classic monsters rendered with such detail. Who else got goosebumps when Godzilla went thermonuclear? That was insane. Number 1. Godzilla, 1954, the original Rampage. And finally, drumroll please. Number 1 is the original Godzilla from 1954. The one that started it all. There's nothing like the first time, right? This film introduced us to Godzilla in a way that left an indelible mark on cinema. Set in post-war Japan grappling with nuclear fallout fears, Godzilla emerges, a byproduct of nuclear testing. His rampage through Tokyo is terrifying and heartbreaking. The black and white imagery adds to the haunting atmosphere. This isn't just a monster destroying a city, it's a powerful allegory. Scenes mirrored real-life devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It was heavy stuff. The impact was massive, not just entertainment but a commentary on nuclear dangers. This Rampage tops our list because it wasn't just about physical destruction but emotional and psychological impact. It launched a franchise still going strong over 6 decades later. Who else thinks this classic still holds up today? Sometimes, originals truly are the best. Themes and symbolism in Godzilla's Rampages. Now that we've relived those epic moments, let's chat about what makes Godzilla's Rampages more than just mindless destruction. First, there's the theme of nuclear annihilation. Godzilla was born from nuclear radiation, his existence a reminder of catastrophic consequences. This theme persists, reminding us of real-world implications. Then there's humanity versus nature. Godzilla often represents nature's wrath against human arrogance and environmental neglect. It's like Mother Nature saying, "Mess with me, and I mess with you." And let's not forget the evolution of special effects. From a guy in a rubber suit stomping miniatures to cutting-edge CGI bringing every scale and roar to life. The progression is incredible. These underlying themes are why Godzilla remains relevant, resonating with audiences worldwide. Behind the scenes. Alright, let's peek behind the curtain to see what goes into making these jaw-dropping rampages. Creating Godzilla's destructive sequences is no small feat. In the early days, suitmation involved actors in monster suits stomping around detailed miniature sets. It was physically demanding and required creativity to look convincing. Directors and special effects teams faced challenges, from realistic movements to ensuring miniatures broke correctly. Fast forward to today, we have state-of-the-art CGI. But even with tech, it's a massive undertaking. Animators and visual effects artists spend countless hours perfecting every detail, from building collapses to light reflecting off scales. Filmmakers speak of the pressure of doing justice to such an iconic character. One director said, "Bringing Godzilla to life is like painting a portrait of a legend. You've got to get it right." Actors, reacting to something not there during filming, face real challenges. Their dedication brings chaos and fear to life. It's clear a lot of passion and hard work go into making these rampages epic. The cultural impact of Godzilla's Rampages. Godzilla isn't just a movie monster, he's a global phenomenon. His influence has spread far beyond Japan, inspiring countless films, series, and even songs. From Hollywood blockbusters to comics and video games, Godzilla's footprint, or crater, is everywhere. Merchandise? Plenty. Action figures, t-shirts, posters, you name it. There's even Godzilla-themed ramen. Fan communities worldwide hold conventions, screenings, and discussions, keeping the spirit alive. It's amazing seeing fans of all ages celebrating their love for the big guy. Godzilla's rampages have influenced other monster films and pop culture references. Think of how many times you've seen a city destroyed in movies. Godzilla paved the way. His legacy endures because he's more than just a monster. He's a symbol of human fears, environmental concerns, and nature's unpredictable force. Who would have thought a giant lizard could have such impact? Yet here we are, still talking about him decades later. So there you have it. The top 5 craziest rampages when Godzilla went absolutely berserk. Let's recap. Number 5, Godzilla vs. Biollante, showed the dangers of genetic engineering gone wrong. Number 4, Godzilla 2000. Millennium, brought the king back for a new era. At 3, Shin Godzilla, gave us a chilling reimagining and critique of bureaucracy. Number 2, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, delivered epic battles on a global scale. And number 1, the original 1954, Godzilla, set the stage for all that followed. These rampages aren't just about destruction, they're stories reflecting our fears, mistakes, and sometimes, hope. Godzilla continues to captivate us because he embodies more than meets the eye, a reminder of the past and a warning for the future. Thanks for joining me on this monstrous journey. What about you? Which Godzilla rampage is your favorite? Did it make the list? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with friends, and subscribe for more epic content. Until next time, stay awesome, and watch out for giant lizards.